Hello guys and welcome back to another scouting episode. Let's quickly get the boring stuff out the way. My name's Antonio Mango and I tell you and scout, analyse young footballers, especially when they move into a new club. I tell you about their strengths, weaknesses and hopefully back up what I'm saying with some statistics. So if you are new here, make sure you hit that like button. If you do enjoy this video at the end, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It'll be just in that corner. You can do it at any point throughout the video as well. So there's been a new bright talent emerging from South America and he's being linked with numerous clubs around England, and it looks like Chelsea are going in strong and aggressive to try and sign this player, and that is Aaron Anselmino. I'll just quickly give you a little bit of background about Aaron Anselmino. So he was born on the 29th of April in 2005, which makes him 19 at this current moment. He was born in Argentina and he stands at 6'1". So he began his career at a very young age where he joined Juventud Unida before moving to Sportivo Relico before joining Boca Juniors Academy in 2012. He then rose through the academy before recently making 10 senior appearances. 80% of those have been as a centre-back and the remaining 20% of those have been as a defensive midfielder. So as he is potentially moving to Chelsea, we should also look at his injury record because there's been a lot of injuries happening in the Premier League recently. So in the 2023-24 season, he missed 50 days with a torn muscle. He missed 11 games in those 50 days. So what are some of his strengths? Well, he makes tackling look like art. He's deceivingly quick in acceleration. He's strong, aggressive, and he's very composed in possession. We are going to start by talking about his defensive side of the game first. Anselmino typically positions himself adequately to deal with nearby threats. Which gives him a solid base to work with. Very tentative. He constantly checks his nearby surroundings. This ensures that he knows where to be situated in relation to his opponents and his teammates. Anselmino is a proactive defender. He likes to step out of defense and steal the ball away from forwards rather than standing off and shepherding them back to where the play came from. He's extremely clever in the way he positions himself and uses his body to maneuver opponents from the ball. What's impressive is how frequently he gets his challenges right. He averages 2.7 tackles per 90 with an impressive 4.0 ground duels per 90, more than any other Chelsea defender. He's a proactive monster. He reads the game magnificently. He's extremely athletic. He's deceivingly quick in acceleration. He's sharp change of direction, and he can eat the ground up as well. The way he steps out the line to engage with opponents is like artwork. When the player's in front of him, he tends to stay on his feet and engage through strength to strength. But when he's coming across to cover teammates or to win a ball over the top, he chooses to go to ground in order to poke the ball away. The favorite thing about him is how aggressive he is in challenges. He's 100% committed. As the old saying goes, he lets the attacker know he's there. When he's defending, he typically likes to get touch tight to unsettle opponents, ensuring they can't turn freely and not to allow them to create any separation. Doing this impedes the attack to gather any momentum. He's extremely calculated but aggressive once he engages. It seems his one-on-one duels have improved with experience as well. Now, I know he hasn't gathered much experience, but he's a player that takes onboard instructions really well. At first, he positioned his body a little static, and this is difficult against dynamic dribblers because dynamic dribblers like to attack the front foot closest to the ball, which gives defenders less time to react. But he's beginning to acknowledge the importance of remaining side on. But another impressive trait that he holds, he's extremely agile and extremely fast for a defender. This enables to play within a high-pressing, high-line system, which is becoming more important in modern-day football. Strong, quick to react, speedy. He's not afraid to put his body on the line or assertively engage in challenges. Means he unsurprisingly holds his own in individual battles, whether that be on the ground or in the air. So what's he like in possession? Well, in an era where defenders have to be press resistant, it seems it's becoming a normality, especially in South American football, when you think of the youngsters that have just come out, Lucas Beraldo, Victor Rez, Valentino Gomez, just to name a few. Anselmino is no different. He relishes every opportunity to play the ball forward, but he's sensible in doing so. He never forces a ball, he waits for an opening. And that's because he's extremely composed and comfortable in possession. He doesn't mind recycling possession with short engages across the back four when needed. Confidence and composure just oozes out of him. You never see him flustered under intense pressure. My favourite things about him, even on his debut, you could see how comfortable he was with the ball at his feet. Neat and tidy passer, but with an element of caution. He's not reckless enough where he continuously allows the ball to be overturned. But one of his specialities is his ability to play long balls. He's got the range of styles and techniques to play vertical balls into midfield or chip passes to the wings. Tell you exactly why that will be beneficial in Maresca's philosophy very soon. But every defender does come with his weaknesses, and he does overindulge in how he approaches contact. When he goes to tackle, he does sprint up right until he makes contact, and that leaves him open to tricky wingers. And if you put that in a fast-paced league like the Premier League, you'll need to learn to be more savvy and choose his moments to try and win the ball. And although he's a terrific header of the ball and he's got strength to beat opponents, he likes to attack the ball with a run-up. When he's flat-footed and the ball's coming over him, he does time his leap slightly off, which means he's slightly unbalanced when he goes strength to strength to win the ball. Does he compare statistically to other Chelsea players? Well, bear in mind, these are only from 10 games, senior games, and what I'm about to tell you is all per 90. For accurate passes, he averages 43 per 90 with a success rate of 85%. That would have him 9th in the Chelsea squad. Long balls, he averages 3.3 per 90 with a success rate of 91%, which is insane. That would have him 2nd per 90, but with the highest completion rate. Tackles per 90, he averages 2.7 per game. That's only behind Moses Caicedo, who averages 3 points per game. That just goes to show how much of a proactive defender he is. Interceptions, he averages 1 per 90, which would have him 4th in the against all Chelsea players, and that's joint with Marc Cucurella. Clearances per 90, he averages 2.6, which would have him sitting 6th in the Chelsea squad. Thiago Silva sitting 1st, averaging 4.8 per 90. So looking at those statistics, he stands in the top 8 across offensively and defensively, and yet he's only 19 years old. So how would he fit into Enzo Maresca's style? Well, Enzo prefers to build up from the back, dominating possession, have his fullbacks inverting, and his wingers high and wide. Like his centre forward to drop slightly deeper, and his midfielders to be the runners. So with Anselmino's ability on the ball and his ability to execute long-range passes, this is going to help Chelsea be more efficient and quicker in transition. But his ability to accurately punch passes into the striker's feet will allow Chelsea to have runners coming off the striker in order to move the ball quicker through the lines. Maresca also prefers to play with a deep line playmaker as opposed to a defensive midfielder. And with Anselmino being so comfortable in possession, there's absolutely no reason why he can't step out of defence and create overload centrally. He'll ultimately withdraw opposition from their position, creating more space for others to exploit and more passing lanes. Judging from that, you can clearly see why Chelsea and Maresca would be interested in a wonder kid like Aaron Anselmino. If he was to sign, I can't see him being a starter out front, but I've got no doubt with his ability to take on instructions, his determination and his ability on the pitch, he would work his way into the team. So guys, that's the end of the video, and I just want to say I really appreciate your time, and I hope you've enjoyed this video, and that's give you some insight on what type of player you're getting. You're really getting a well-rounded modern day centre-back / defensive midfielder. If you've liked this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more like this video, please drop that subscribe button a hit, and it's just there on the screen, and so you'll never miss a video again. But I really do appreciate your time. And until the next time, Mini Mangoes, ciao for now.